Yes, good morning, all of you. Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very good morning to all of you. Just
Good morning, sir.
wait for 1 minute. So one thing for today's class. So as you may aware of, there is some issue with LMS server. Okay, so there will be no online attendance for today's class. Okay, so for the attendance purpose, I will take the screenshot of uh, your participant here, and as well as just write your name and roll number in chat box. Fine. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for today's attendance, you have to write your name and roll number in chat box as the LMS server is not working due to some network issue. Okay, so let me revise what we have studied. So in the previous class, what we have discussed in the previous class? Yes, anyone? What we have discussed in the previous class? Very important topic regarding to evolution of operating system. So can anyone elaborate that one? What topics we have discussed? Yeah. Go on. बोलिए, आवाज कट रही है आपकी, बताइए. So in the evolution, we'll start with the batch process से start किए थे. Okay. So what is the batch process? In the batch process, when a job is assigned to a CPU, it cannot be removed until it finishes its task, whether it is CPU time or input output time. ठीक है, मतलब अगर एक जॉब CPU में है तो उसके जब तक रहेगा तब तक हम लोग किसी और जॉब को CPU में असाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं. So what is the problem there? Problem is your CPU utilization cannot be maximized and throughput of the system is very less. Okay. So what we have done in the next evolution, so we have used multi-programming environment. So multi-programming is nothing but, so we will keep multiple jobs in a main memory. Okay. So whenever a job is not accessing the CPU, no doubt it is in running condition, but not accessing the CPU, that means it is in input output event. Then at that time, another job can be assigned. So what happened here? So we will able to minimize the ideal time for the CPU. CPU का जो ideal time था हम उसको minimize कर दिए. So that CPU utilization is maximized and somehow we increase the throughput. Compared to the batch operating system. Okay, but we have seen an example. If suppose a process is having required 100 milliseconds and out of which if it is required 99 milliseconds for CPU time, then what will happen? So entire process will occupy for 100 milliseconds. So throughout that 100 milliseconds, you will not able to perform the multi-programming. Yes or no? Because 99 seconds तक तो आपका occupy हो गया. Now assume not 99 seconds, suppose 1 hour. Suppose there is a process, some system process which required 1 hour to execute. तो अगर ये प्रोसेस को हम लोग सीपीयू को असाइन कर दिए, अब क्या करेगा सीपीयू 1 आवर तक किसी और प्रोसेस को एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करेगा. देन व्हाट विल हैपन? द मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग कॉन्सेप्ट इज फेल हियर. है कि नहीं? जो मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट हम लोग पढ़े तो फेल हो गया, क्योंकि एक टाइम पे 2 प्रोग्राम रन नहीं हो रहे, तो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, नाउ यू हैव टू डिवाइड द प्रोसेस टाइम विद सम टाइम काउंटर और टाइम फ्रेम में डिवाइड करते हैं, ठीक है। सो व्हेन दिस प्रोसेस विल, जब ये प्रोसेस का टाइम फ्रेम खत्म हो जाएगा, इट ऑटोमेटिकली रिमूव फ्रॉम द सीपीयू इवन दो इट्स सीपीयू टाइम इज नॉट टू मच। सो by time serving environment or multitasking बोलते हैं, multitasking environment we have somehow achieved the multi programming. Then we have discussed something about multi-processing. Then in case of multi-processing, there we have multiple process and multiple program can be executed at the same time. मतलब parallel computing का introduce हुआ जहाँ पर parallel process execute होने लगे. Fine. And multi-programming are basically two types, synchronized and asynchronized, where we apply the master-slave concept. Fine. Then we are a little bit discussed about the distributed system. It is not in course, so we are not detail में discuss किए, but एक चीज यहाँ पे था कि distributed system में every system will have its own memory, clock, and operating system, and there is a centralized distributed operating system which is going to manages all the system which is connected by the network. Fine. Then finally we have discussed a real-time system which is time bounded. That means the system, whatever the process is assigned or job is assigned, that must be completed within the time limit. If it is not able to complete with that a given time limit, then the process is assumed to be a fail. Then on that case, there are two type categories: hardbound and time bound. Okay, is it clear to all of you? So this thing we have discussed in the previous class. Is it clear? Yes, yes बोलने से हम लोग आगे जाएंगे. Yes, is it clear to all
Yes,
of you?
sir.
Okay, now today we are going to discuss, as we have already seen in the earlier slide, in the functionality provided by the operating system, one of the major functionality is your process management. Yes or not? है कि नहीं? जैसे हम लोग ने एप्लीकेशन फंक्शन देखे थे, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम क्या क्या फंक्शन प्रोवाइड करते हैं, उसमें से सबसे पहला सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट जो फंक्शनलिटी है प्रोसेस मैनेजमेंट. बिकॉज वॉट एवर वी आर रनिंग, ओके, इन विंडोज, जब भी हम लोग विंडोज को ओपन करते हैं, so whatever we are using, whether it is a system application or it is a user application, okay, all are executed somehow with some process. Okay, जो भी आप either प्रोग्रामिंग लिखते हो या फिर ब्राउजर ओपन कर रहे हो या फिर सिस्टम ऑन भी करो, if you are loading the operating system, okay, then also a process is executing, some process is executing. Then it is a job of an operating system or operating system. Now it's responsible for creation to deletion. ठीक है, process creation से deletion तक. Along with that, whatever the resources needed by the process and how we will schedule that process or how we will assign this process to CPU and how process are communicate and how they're synchronized and how we can handle the deadlock. So all these issues, so these are the basically issues that we are facing during the process management. Okay, so what are the issues? Like process creation, how to create the process, how to delete the process, then how to manage the resources and avoid the deadlock, or I can say how to schedule the process to CPU. Okay, or how the process of if when you execute parallel process, okay, then the process may communicate with each other. So when you perform the communication between each other, then you have to make sure the process is synchronized so that the results should be consistent. Okay, so these are the some issues that we are going to discuss regarding the process management. Fine. So लेकिन सबसे पहले before discussing the process management, now you have to understand what you mean by process. Okay, what you mean by process. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the difference between program? Program, everyone heard program. Program सब लोग पढ़े थे. What is program? What is program? So in this
Set of
example,
code.
okay, so set of instruction written in any high-level language that can be compiled and execute to perform a given task. Is it correct? Yes. So
Yes,
in this given example, okay, so now I have to differentiate between process and program. ठीक है, तो अभी इससे पहले जब डिस्कस किए थे, लाइक कभी कभी हम जॉब बोलते थे, कभी कभी प्रोग्राम बोलते थे, कभी कभी प्रोसेस बोलते थे. नाउ वी विल क्लियरली डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन प्रोग्राम एंड प्रोसेस और ए जॉब बिटवीन ए जॉब और ए प्रोसेस. There is slight difference between these two. Okay, now we will talk in terms of process only. Okay, why? I will explain. So if you see this example, so what is this? Is it a process or a program? Now this is a simple program to addition of two numbers. Okay, so is it a process or a program? Yes. So if you respond fast, otherwise you complete new work. Anyone? So what do you think? Is it a process or a program? Yes. Is it a process or a program?
A program.
So someone say program. Okay. Anyone saying this is a process? So no doubt it is a program. No doubt it is a program because as per the definition of program, क्या था? Program is nothing but set of instruction which
When
is executed line by
we
line.
are doing that.
Okay. No doubt it is a program because there is a set of instruction which is executing line by line to perform some tasks. So what will happen? The output will be the value of addition value of A and B. Fine. Now if anyone saying this is a process, कोई बोल रहा है कि ये process है. If anyone saying this is a process, yes. Anyone saying this is process? So I'm saying this is a process. I'm saying this is a process. So how many are agree with me? If I
Yes,
say
sir.
this is a process, so how many are agree with it? So your teacher is saying process, so you're not agree?
Sir, I can agree.
You can agree. Any other who is not agreeing with me? कोई और agree नहीं है? So let us discuss how it become. Generally, it will first we will say the program. Then after some time, it will become a process. So I can say this is a process and program based on certain condition. So let me explain what is actually happening. जब भी हम लोग program लिखते, suppose this program is written in editor, ठीक है? इस एडिटर में लिखेंगे ना, तो ध्यान से समझने की कोशिश करना क्योंकि मैं अभी एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ ये दोनों से डिफरेंस. You generally most of the student get confused. If you get clarity about what is process, then we can discuss other issue related to the process. ठीक है? तो जब भी ये प्रोग्राम लिखूंगा मैं कोई भी सी एडिटर को यूज करूंगा. ठीक है? जब आप ये सी एडिटर को यूज करने के बाद, ठीक है, पहले सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे हम लोग? We have to store this file. ठीक है? So if we design the architecture of computer hardware, there will be a CPU, central processing unit, along with some registers. Fine. Then there will be a main memory where the CPU directly communicate. Okay, CPU directly communicate for accessing the data. So whatever data is required, so it will directly communicate with the main memory only. It will not directly communicate with the secondary memory. What is the reason? Because time taking to access the data from secondary memory is much higher compared to the primary memory. और इसमें secondary memory. ठीक है? तो जब भी CPU को कोई data access करना, suppose in this case to add A and B, so I have to access the data of A or value of A and value of B. So where to access, where to communicate? Now it will communicate to the main memory. If the data is not present, if data is present in main memory, suppose A and B आपका available है, so it will directly assign to the CPU. In case if A and B is not available, so what you have to do? I have to bring the data from the secondary memory. Okay, now I have to bring the variable A and B, values of variable B, A and B to the primary memory. Secondary memory से क्या करेंगे हम लोग? Primary memory में A and B का value assign करेंगे. So this is a concept how CPU is fetching the data whenever it is required. So first it will communicate with the main memory. If data is not found, so it will communicate with the secondary memory. Okay, so this is a process of how data is accessed. So that I think was already studied in computer organization. So coming back to this example, so what will happen? So as soon as I write this program in editor, the first thing what I have to do, I have to save this program. Okay, as you save this program, it is going to store where? कहाँ पे store होगा? Whether store in main memory or secondary memory? कहाँ पे store होगा? Yes.
Main memory.
No, it will going to store in
I
a
don't.
secondary memory.
Secondary memory.
ठीक है, क्यों? क्योंकि देखो अगर आप सेव करते हो दे विल आस्क सम ऑप्शन कहाँ पे स्टोर करोगे, मतलब डेस्कटॉप, मतलब सी ड्राइव। याद है कोई भी प्रोग्राम जब आप सेव करोगे इट्स आस्क फॉर मेमोरी लोकेशन, और जनरली अगर ग्राफिकल यूजर इंटरफेस से बोलेंगे इट विल आस्क फॉर द ड्राइवर लोकेशन, वेदर यू वांट टू स्टोर इन डेस्कटॉप में स्टोर करना है या पर्टिकुलर फोल्डर के अंदर स्टोर करना है कि नहीं? तो जब भी आप प्रोग्राम को लिखोगे और सेव करते हो तब वो क्या होता है, वो सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में स्टोर होता है। सो अंटिल द this source code until this source code are present in a secondary memory, जब तक ये प्रोग्राम सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में है और जब तक ये सोर्स कोड, ठीक है, जब तक ये सोर्स कोड सपोज फाइल नेम इज a.c, जब तक ये फाइल सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में है, नाउ दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रोग्राम। ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रोग्राम। कब तक प्रोग्राम है ये? जब तक ये सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में है, ठीक है। सो वंस यू कंपाइल, ओके, और जब भी इसके बाद क्या करना, हम लोग कंपाइल एंड एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं। जनरली क्या करते हैं, वंस आई सेव द प्रोग्राम आई विल कंपाइल दिस प्रोग्राम, ओके, एंड एग्जीक्यूट दिस प्रोग्राम। फाइन। So whenever you start compiling or executing this program, so what will actually happening? Now I'm transferring this program to the main memory. ठीक है, क्या किया हम लोग? अब क्या किया, जब आप कंपाइल या एग्जीक्यूट करोगे ये जो प्रोग्राम है अब मेन मेमोरी में नहीं रहेगा, बिकॉज आई हैव टू परफॉर्म सम कंप्यूटेशन, आई हैव टू परफॉर्म certain computation. For the performing certain computation, I require CPU. ठीक है, whenever requires
Load for memory.
तो बात ये है, जब ये प्रोग्राम कंपाइल एग्जीक्यूट होगा इट विल no more in a main memory, sorry, secondary memory, it will transfer to the main memory. Okay, now I can say define a program is called process. Okay, a program is called process if it's ready to execute. Okay, क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग? If a program P1, okay, it's said to be a process, it's said to be a process. When I can say it's a process, when it is ready to execute. Ready to execute matlab the program is now in a main memory. Fine, but in some book, ठीक है, in some book definition ऐसे भी दिया है, a program is said to be a process if it is executing or running, ठीक है। किसी बुक में आप देखोगे what is the process? The process is a program which is running at a particular time. That running matlab the process or the program is assigned to the CPU. ठीक है, but actual definition should be क्या होगा? A program is said to be a process if it is ready to execute. That means if it is present in a what? In a main memory.
Main memory.
Clear? Is it clear? What is the difference between program and process? So I can say
Yes,
that
sir.
program is a active part. Okay, can I say program is active part? Sorry, process is active part. Okay, process is your active part and program is inactive part. Can I say this sentence regarding the program and process? बोल सकते हैं प्रोग्राम क्या है आपका? इनएक्टिव पार्ट है, फाइन, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी वो स्टोर है, वो कुछ नहीं करेगा, इट विल जस्ट स्टोर द डेटा इन सेकेंडरी मेमोरी। बट प्रोसेस क्या करेगा? इट विल एक्सेस द डेटा एंड परफॉर्म सम मैनिपुलेशन एंड गिव अस द रिजल्ट। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन व्हाट यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय व्हाट प्रोसेस एंड प्रोग्राम। सो एनी डाउट? किसी को कोई डाउट है?
No,
Any
sir.
doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, any program can be processed.
Yeah, any program can be processed only if it is ready to execute.
Executable.
Okay.
Okay,
If
sir.
it is ready to execute, then it is a process. Ready to execute means the program is now in the main memory. So what is the reason? Because CPU हमेशा पहले किससे करेगा कांटेक्ट? मेन मेमोरी। ठीक है, ये फर्दर भी है, यहाँ पर बीच में कैश मेमोरी भी होता है, इससे पहले रजिस्टर होता है। सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग इन डिटेल, ठीक है, ये आर्किटेक्चर का है। तो सीपीयू पहले एक्चुअली रजिस्टर से कांटेक्ट करता है, अगर रजिस्टर में वैल्यू नहीं मिलेगा तो कैश मेमोरी में, कैश मेमोरी में नहीं मिलेगा तो मेन मेमोरी, देन सेकेंडरी मेमोरी। It's a whole thing because to reduce the time of accessing the data. Okay, so we will not discuss about cache memory and register. So throughout the operating system, whenever CPU require data or any process, so it will contact to the main memory. Right. So any program can be processed if it is ready to execute or it is executing. Either it is ready to execute, that means it is in main memory, or it is currently assigned to the CPU. Is it clear? Okay. So next thing you have to remember, now the process is not just a program, so it consists of three important things. Okay. So no doubt process का बहुत सारे important thing है जो हम लोग PCB में पढ़ेंगे, process control box. Okay, PCB we would study. So but before that, there is three major things every process should have. Okay. One is called program counter, PC बोलते हैं. Okay. What is the first thing the process will have? Every process will have a program counter. So what does the program counter do? The program counter will store the address of next instruction that should be fetched. ठीक है? Program counter क्या करता है आपका? Throughout the process execution, क्या करेगा program counter? It will fetch the next, that means which is the next instruction that is going to execute. Clear? Now we will have a stack section. सेक्शन होता है आपका हर एक प्रोसेस का, क्या बोलते हैं? स्टैक
Section.
So what is the use of stack here? All your functions, okay, all your function that is defined inside the process are stored in a stack. ठीक है? जितने भी आपके functions है, okay, whether it is user defined function or library function, that is stored in a location called stack. And there is a heap. एक heap होता है आपका, which is basically used to store the local variable as well as global variable. Okay, so every process, if you see the actual memory arrangement of any process, किसी भी process का memory arrangement देखिए, तो ये दो तीन field बहुत necessary है. पहला क्या है? Program counter. Program counter क्या करता है? It generally store the address of next instruction. Now stack deal with all the function that is going to execute in a process. Heap is basically a data structure which is used to store the variables. So variables can be local and global. Right? Clear? The next thing is about process. Now whenever you deal with the process, now you have to manage a number of things. पहला क्या है? How to create the process, है कि नहीं? पहले प्रोसेस को क्रिएट करेंगे तभी ना कुछ कर सकते हैं. So number one is creation of a process. How to create a process. Number two, if the process is created, ठीक है? Suppose this process is created. Suppose after some time the process does not require to the user. ठीक है? So what I have to do? Now I have to delete this process. अगर delete नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा? Now number of process will increases. So and someday there will be saturation of the process which is executing, and there will be no space. So whatever process you create, now you have to delete that one once it is no more in the use. Okay. Third thing is you have to schedule this process. ठीक है? Scheduling बोलते हैं. अब नोट डाउन कर लो, मैं नहीं लिख रहा हूँ, ठीक है? तो लिखने में इशू हो रहा है, इसलिए मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ. The second is deletion of the process. Third one is process scheduling. So what do you mean by process scheduling? So whenever the process are, suppose process are assigned here P1, P2, P3, like that Pn in main memory. Now we can suppose the CPU is ideal. So out of all this n process, I have to pick one process and assign to the CPU. I have to pick one process, assign to CPU. Though I have to use some scheduling process, okay, or CPU scheduling. So this is the third issue with the memory management. Fourth is your sometimes the process, suppose process there is a P1 and there is a process P2. So sometimes they need to communicate. That means कभी-कभी process P1 को complete करने के लिए process P2 से कुछ data चाहिए या फिर कुछ help चाहिए. So there are communication between P1 and P2. तो जब भी आप communication होगा दो process के बीच में, तो आपको process को synchronize करना है. Synchronize मतलब the way they are executing. So we will discuss process synchronization. So this is the fourth issue. And the fifth major issue we will be having process resource allocation. Now resources can be your like CPU, your memory, ठीक है? और आपका input output devices or any software interrupt. Okay, so these are the resources that you have to manage so that the deadlock will not perform. The word, remember here, the word we use here, deadlock, that we will going to discuss afterwards. लेकिन अभी deadlock means all of you may be aware of whole system goes down. There will be no more execution. Clear? So these are 5 major issues regarding the process. Is it clear to all of you? Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. If you say yes, then I will move on. So I think there should not be any doubt regarding what is program and process, then what are the major memory management of process, basically these 3 fields. Then what are the issues that we are going to discuss in case of process management. Fine. So let's move. Yeah, coming back to slide part. So what we have discussed, that is in the slide for your reference purpose. जो भी हमने सुना पढ़ा था, the operating system execute the varieties of program. In batch processing, they are not known as job, and in time chain system, they are known as tasks. So, in reference to this operating system, so the term job and process almost interchangeably used. So basically, I use the process term. Okay. From today's class, I will not use the job term. So I will only use process. Okay. When I will talk, we talk with respect to the process only. Now, the basic definition, you can see the process, nothing but is a program in education, or I can further divide the program which is ready to execute. Okay, I can change this one, which is ready to execute. That means that are reside in main memory. And the process education must be in sequence fashion. So why we need to require a sequence fashion? So that there should not be any synchronization problem. Okay, sequentially execute होना चाहिए हर एक process. ठीक है, so that synchronization problem नहीं होना चाहिए. So we'll discuss about what we mean by the program synchronization or sequence fashion execution. ठीक है, don't worry about it now for the time being. The next, the process include the program counter, which is basically store the instruction of the next program, and a stack where we store the different functions, and the data section, which is generally we use heap as a data structure, which is used for storing your local and global value. Fine, clear? So next topic is very important, which is related to your process state. Okay. Next is your process state, which is very important. So what is process state? So WP एक process create होता है. Suppose P1 is created, then it will execute. During the execution, it will spend some time in where CPU and some time in input output event. So we will generalize only 2 things only. There are many more things are there, okay, but in context to your subject, so we will assume that the process is spending the entire time, that means from process creation to the process deletion. ठीक है, जब process creation से लेकर process deletion तक, ठीक है, so entire is throughout this life cycle, the process basically spend the most of the time in either in CPU or either in input output events. Fine, clear. Now what happened to process creation to process deletion, or during the process creation to process deletion, the process will transit from one state to another state. क्या बोले अपन? Process creation से process deletion तक, जैसे process create हुआ, create से लेके deletion तक, there are different transition state for a process. So what are the states? So basically there are 5 different stages. Okay, okay, which is called process state. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Process state बोलते हैं. तो कितने states है आपके? Basically 5 different states are there. The first stage is called new. ठीक है, first stage क्या है आपका? New. Okay, so what is new? New is nothing but when the process is being created. So whenever the new process is created, okay, जब कभी भी एक नया process create होगा, so what is the first state it will be present? It will be present in a new. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? So what you mean by new state?
Yes, sir.
New is nothing but जब भी process create होगा, means जब तक create नहीं हुआ तब तक हम लोग बोलेंगे null. क्या बोले? कोई process नहीं है. जैसे ये process create हुआ, now we are having a system calls for that. In Windows we are having create process function. In Linux we have fork system call. So these are the 2 system calls that are used to create a new process. ठीक है, यहाँ पर आपका create process. ठीक है, लेकिन user will not create. Who is going to create this process? कौन create करता है? Operating system. यूजर क्या करता है, सपोज आई वांट टू write a C program. So what I will do, I will open editor. So as soon as you open editor, the number of process will created. Number of process will created. Now who is creating? Whether user is creating the process? No. User is only interacting with the editor with the help of GI mode. क्या करता है वो, डबल क्लिक करता है बस, है कि नहीं? डबल क्लिक करते हैं, एक आपका सी एडिटर खुलता है जहाँ पे हम टाइपिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं, कंपाइल करते हैं, एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं। लेकिन इंटरनली क्या होता है, इंटरनली जब भी आप किसी प्रोग्राम या एप्लीकेशन को रन करते हो, इट विल क्रिएट नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेस, ठीक है, बिकॉज नाउ इट इज इन एग्जीक्यूटिंग स्टेट, है कि नहीं? डबल क्लिक किया क्या हुआ, प्रोग्राम रन हुआ, एडिटर प्रोग्राम आपका रन हो गया। फाइन, इज इट क्लियर? So whenever it is created, it is created by the function called create process in Windows and fork system called in Linux. So we will discuss this one when we create the process. So what will happen? So as soon as create, the process will be goes to null to कहाँ चले जाएगा, ठीक है? जैसे ही process P1 हम create कर देंगे with the help of this system call, now process क्या होगा, अब new में आ जाएगा। Fine. So next state is your running. क्या है आपका? Running. Fine. Again new में जनरली हम लोग बोलते हैं new is nothing but the process store in secondary memory. जो भी प्रोसेस आपका सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में है वो आपका क्या है, प्रोसेस ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड है और वो न्यू स्टेट में। सेकेंड इज योर रनिंग स्टेट। या गो ऑन।
तो फर्स्ट वाला समझ में नहीं आया, वो क्या बताया आप, नल टू न्यू क्रिएट प्रोसेस एंड सेकंड वन?
नल अगर नल है मतलब कोई भी प्रोसेस नहीं है, ठीक है? तो प्रोसेस क्रिएट करने के लिए हम लोग क्या यूज करेंगे, सिस्टम कॉल्स यूज करते हैं, ठीक है? सिस्टम कॉल्स आर नथिंग बट सम सिस्टम फंक्शन व्हिच इज यूजफुल फॉर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, ठीक है? आई विल टेक ए क्लास इन सिस्टम कॉल के बारे में, क्लास लेंगे, ठीक है? लेकिन टाइमिंग आप याद रखो, सिस्टम कॉल्स आर स्पेशल फंक्शंस, देयर आर सम स्पेशल फंक्शन which is used by the operating system. और एग्जांपल देंगे हम लोग, ऑल डिवाइस ड्राइवर, सपोज आई हैव ए ब्लूटूथ माउस, ठीक है? ब्लूटूथ माउस है मेरे पास, नाउ आई वांट टू कनेक्ट दिस ब्लूटूथ माउस टू माय सिस्टम, so how actually performing? So for that I have to install it, agree, है कि नहीं? To access any Bluetooth mouse, what I have to do, I have to install some driver. These drivers are nothing but certain set of software. Okay, so with the help of this driver, now how it is communicating, the mouse will now communicate with that driver, ठीक है? अब माउस क्या करता है, वो सिस्टम ड्राइवर को इंस्ट्रक्शन देता है, सपोज आई वांट टू मूव लेफ्ट, now it will execute a system call to move left. Now this system call interact with the kernel or OS. Now this OS will interact with the hardware. Fine. So now for time being, remember,
Yes, sir.
system calls are some special function which is helpful for the operating system. So in this case, so whenever I want to create a new process, so in the Windows operating system, the function name is called create process. ठीक है? आप देख सकते हो बहुत सारे क्रिएट प्रोसेस होते हैं। क्रिएट प्रोसेस फंक्शन है आपका, जिसका पैरामीटर नल है, ठीक है? तो फंक्शन का नाम क्या है, क्रिएट प्रोसेस। या फिर अगर लाइनक्स इन्वायरमेंट यूज कर दो, यूनिक्स यूज कर दो, तो हम लोग यूज करते हैं फोक सिस्टम कॉल। फाइन, so these are the two system
Yes.
call which is used to create a process. Now whenever I call this function, ये फंक्शन को जब भी कॉल करेंगे तब क्या होगा, एक नया प्रोसेस क्रिएट हो जाएगा। सपोज P1 is created. Now what will happen? Now I have to find what is the state of this process. हमने क्या बोला, प्रोसेस क्रिएशन से लेके प्रोसेस डिटेक्शन तक प्रोसेस जो है डिफरेंट स्टेट में मूव होगा। तो बेसिकली 5 स्टेट होते हैं, ठीक है? तो जब भी वो क्रिएट होगा, सबसे पहला स्टेट कहाँ पे आएगा, वो आके न्यू में स्टोर हो जाएगा। कहाँ? स्टेट का नाम क्या बोलेंगे, न्यू। न्यू इज नथिंग बट, और बेसिकली विथ रेफरेंस बोलेंगे वो सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में स्टोर होगा, ठीक है? लेकिन बेसिकली स्टेट क्या बोलेंगे, न्यू, ठीक है? न्यू मीन्स द स्टेट व्हेन द प्रोसेस इज क्रिएटेड। इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Fine. The next state is your running. Okay, running is nothing but when the process is ready to execute. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे क्या था, प्रोसेस क्रिएटेड है, ठीक है? नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेस, सपोज मैं अभी बहुत सारे प्रोसेस क्रिएट कर दिया हूँ, लेकिन अभी क्या है, हम लोग का जो मेन मेमोरी क्या है, वो लिमिटेड है कि नहीं? देखो सेकेंडरी मेमोरी का साइज देखेंगे आज के डेट में कितना रहता है, इट विल बी समथिंग अबाउट 1 TB, है कि नहीं? लेकिन मेन मेमोरी का साइज क्या था, इट विल समथिंग अबाउट 1 GB। तो जितने भी प्रोसेस अगर मेन मेमोरी सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में है, क्या उसको मैं मेन मेमोरी में भेज सकता हूँ एक साथ? नो, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज साइज ऑफ द मेन सेकेंडरी मेमोरी इज 1 TB, साइज ऑफ द प्राइमरी मेमोरी और मेन मेमोरी इज 1 GB।
Very less.
ठीक है, वेरी लेस। सो ओनली 1 GB ऑफ डेटा, आउट ऑफ विच वहां पर आपका आधा स्टैक और ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, मतलब 1 GB में भी आपका 500 MB जो डेटा रहता है, स्पेस रहता है, वो प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूशन पे होता है। तो ओनली 500 ऑफ डेटा और 500 ऑफ प्रोसेसेस कैन बी सेंट। ठीक है, सो आई कैन नॉट असाइन एवरी प्रोसेस व्हिच इज इन सेकेंडरी मेमोरी टू प्राइमरी मेमोरी। So when I can assign, whenever there is a requirement, whether I want to execute that process, अगर CPU बोलेगा process P2 को run करो, then I will communicate with main memory. अगर main memory में नहीं है, then I will transfer this process P2 to main memory. Is it clear? So when this transformation takes place, that means when the process is shifted to secondary memory to primary memory, okay, or I can say it is ready to execute. So when it is shifted, that means the process is, I already said now, the process is ready to execute. If the process is ready to execute, now it's shifted to new to कहाँ चल जाएगा आपका running state. Is it clear? Is it clear what you mean by running state? Clear? Now there is a, okay, there is one confusion. So whatever this I explained, that is ready. Just this is make it ready. Okay. जो मैं अभी जो चीज बोला वो क्या था, रेडी के लिए। नाउ दैट मेक दिस वन इज ओके। ओके, so what happens? So whenever the process is shifted from new to ready state, new to ready state, that means whenever the process is shifted secondary memory to primary memory, then what I can say, the process is shifted to new to ready state. Okay, now third step is your running state. यहाँ पर third step आपका होगा running state. So what is running state? So whenever the CPU will be ideal, suppose now the CPU will be ideal. So what I have to do? I have to pick one process from the main memory. And I have to assign that process to the CPU. Now how the state transaction will take place? Now state will be no more in your ready state. So it will be in running. The process is executing. Fine. Now once it is executing, suppose once it's complete is CPU task. Okay, once it is complete is CPU time. So what will happen? Either if the process successfully complete its CPU time, then it will transmit it to terminated state. ठीक है, terminated state में कब जाएगा? अगर आपका process completely successfully, मतलब input output time भी और CPU time भी complete हो गया, मतलब the process is completed its task, then what I have said, the process is terminated, or simple I can say the process is deleted. Whenever the process is deleted, I can say the process is terminated. Now there is an intermediate state is also there, which is called your block state. There is one intermediate state which is called block state. So what is the block state? So whenever the process is waiting for some event मतलब यहाँ पर basically we will talk about input output event. ठीक है, same thing again. Suppose the process finishes its CPU time. Now what will happen? Now it will access the input output event. So it is not required to store the process in a CPU. So I will just remove this process and store this process in a block state where it can perform input output event. Fine. Once it is performed input output event, again it will transmit to the ready state. Yeah, so this is a state transition diagram. So make it correct. This is not running. Okay, or I can say first step is you can directly go down, don't go to running. Okay, first step number 1 is your new. Once it is new, so I will transmit this new data to ready state. मतलब ये ready to execute. Now the system is ready to execute means the process in main memory, then is your running. Okay, then terminate and waiting depend upon the process execution. Okay, we will continue. This topic will continue.